All right, everybody. Welcome to Studio Anatomy's 2020 live performance series, 2021 edition. We are now in the pandemic continues. So tonight we're going to be doing a comedy show, change it up a little bit. And we've got our comedians here who are going to be performing tonight. And I'll just have you guys introduce yourselves real quick.
All right. Hello, I'm Jeremy West, and I live here.
Hi, I'm Jody Cohen, and I also live here, but not with him.
I'm Joshua Paul. I lived here way before anybody else did.
Matt Zarilli, Taurus.
I'm Ben Max. It's none of your business where I live.
I'm Sonya Baker, and it sounds like I'm not from here because I'm not.
From the South. Yes, from the South. I guess there's so many people here. How long have you been doing comedy?
Oh, jeez. I'm actually in my 7th year, not counting 2020, so let's just say 6.
Yeah. Right.
In earnest, I've probably been doing this about 3 years.
Nice.
7 years. Same as right.
Good
okay.
job.
It's like yeah. Okay.
So, 5 years ago, Saturday, in that spot right there, was my first time ever on stage doing comedy. So,
Yes.
and it was his show.
About 3 minutes. No.
About 4 years.
4 years?
4 years.
4 years. All right. Let's see. Have you guys been able to perform any comedy shows or anything in the past year?
Thankfully, yeah, we've been able to get back up at Union Street Station within the last 3 weeks. They got us back over there every Tuesday night. And it's been kind of sporadic between shutdowns that we've been able to do shows either there or over at Thirsty Fish. So we've been pretty lucky, honestly.
We did a couple Zoom shows.
Oh, yeah?
We don't count those.
Oh, we don't?
The Jeremy can't remember them. I know that.
I've been doing a whole private event series for my dogs at home. So,
Yeah, it's pretty typical, I think.
I've just been watching Matt's show.
I have not been out of the house.
All right.
Good.
what is comedy?
Yeah, I don't know if this question makes any sense. Do you guys have any shows lined up for in Traverse City? Like shows?
I'm assuming in about 5 minutes.
This is it.
That's it.
Okay.
For as long as you'll have us.
Yes. I feel so special.
I like how
And lucky.
you ask us how long we're doing this, so the viewer is gonna be like later on. They're gonna be like 7 years.
Really?
This one's got a 7-year.
Seriously, 7 years?
We should all just start at 1 again.
It's all starting over right now. We all
Okay.
can't remember any of our old material. Essentially, it's everything starting fresh. The world is
Gotcha.
essentially a new place now. So
Lucky you guys.
yeah.
Yeah, we got a couple of people here. We got a couple of people.
Sacrificial lamb, the first crowd.
Yes. All right. So cool.
Jody, that was Catholic.
I guess my last question is, what can the community do to help support local comedy during these times?
Do you guys have your wallets?
Money? Just straight up.
Okay, the number one thing is go to all the comedy shows that you see. I mean, that's the number one thing. Follow, like, and share Kamikaze Comedy, USS Comedy, Rotten Cherry. Here.
JoshPaul.com. No, it is. I mean, there's this. The only thing, comedy really only works like this. We tried Zoom shows. We tried all kinds of stuff. We tried all. This is how it works. It's a community experience. Get out and see live comedy. It's not always great, but this is the magic. This is the magic of it. And we're all feeling that same thing, I think, where it's just we haven't been out here doing it that much. So we're excited about this, and we're excited to see you guys. So
Sweet. All right.
If I could add to that. It's my opinion that comedy does not survive without an audience. And it kind of, it matters if a show sucks, but not really. Yeah. So, like, if you feel like heckling because you think the show sucks, don't. We talk shit professionally. But no, it's it's really just a matter of people coming to shows and talking about the shows, sharing things on social media, and promoting whatever clips we might be putting out, and just remembering that, as silly as it might sound, comedy is still an art, and if Traverse City is a city for the arts, I think we deserve a spot at that table.
Nice. Well said. Well said. No one can hear what you're saying. It's fine.
That's good. We planned it. No. We talked about this in production.
All right. Let's get the show on the road. Let's do this. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. All right.
Doing tonight? Thank you for braving the balmy 40-degree weather and the 77% reduction in COVID rate to come out tonight. We are so excited to be here. Thank you, Studio Anatomy, for hosting us. Thanks, y'all, for coming out. My name is Jody, and I will be your eye candy. I mean, your host this evening. I'm really excited to be here. I do feel like this is a complete initiation to the fraternity of Traverse City Comedy. Last year, I moved here, and about a month later, they threw me on this show, The Usual Suspects show, and I'm really excited to be here and do it again. And I got looped into hosting, so it makes me feel like and I've never done that before, so it makes me feel like my initiation is complete. This morning I went to physical therapy because I'm nursing a bit of an injury, and I didn't know what to expect at all, and I certainly didn't expect to go in at 7 a.m. and have someone tell me how I'm entirely out of shape, not just my foot, by exact degrees. Like, oh, you can only rotate 6 degrees? And then the doctor, or I guess it's a doctor, the physical therapist, whatever his position title is, was flirting with me. And he was like, are you always this funny this early in the morning? And I was like, what choice do I have if I have no physical abilities? I obviously have to be funny. Anyway, whew. I'm excited to be here. It feels a little weird. Feels like I'm stretching my legs, comedy legs. We haven't done a real show in a year. I don't know if you heard, but there's a little shutdown, and we can't gather. So I think that I get treated karmically in relationships the way that I have historically treated my houseplants. And I am not a succulent, okay? You cannot just leave me out in the sun and expect me to thrive. I need attention. I need water every once in a while. It's nice to get a little wet. And I'm saying this because I just want to be able to have a mint plant in my home. I've been living in my home for almost a year now, and I've managed to not kill 3 spices out of 4. So that's good. That's good. And I say this because I need y'all to feel the ground. I just want a mint plant. Everyone brags about how easy they are to maintain, and be careful because it's a weed, it'll take over your garden. In the meantime, I cannot manage to nourish anything that will grow and sustain. Which is a problem because ultimately, I would love grandchildren. My birthday's coming up. I'm gonna be 35, and I do hear that my fertility is waning, and I like children, but not as badly as I want grandchildren. I desperately want grandkids. I'm thinking about adopting a really irresponsible 17-year-old. That's how badly I want grandkids. Anybody here have any obnoxious teenagers that they want taken off their hands? Okay. Well, if you change your mind about that, you know where to find me. I think I'm still single because my future partner is still out there somewhere, married to his starter wife, you know? Yeah, I would rather date someone who is divorced. I need someone who's housebroken, okay? I ain't got time for no training. I want someone who has like been to battle and seen how bad it gets, but is still willing to go to war. Or just someone who knows how to pick his fucking battles. Or someone who has seen how the sausage is made, but is not afraid to like get in the kitchen, Or just someone who knows how to use his sausage. What a novel concept. My dating life just needed an elimination diet. Y'all know what an elimination diet is? Yes. Okay, great. Well, for those of you who don't know, because I only heard one yes, like say you have a problem and you go to the doctor. Well, they eliminate everything from your diet. Gluten, dairy, nuts, joy, comfort. And then they slowly introduce these things back in to identify what the triggers are. This is exactly what my dating life needed, but I needed to eliminate musicians, lighting designers, guys named David, men who are emotionally unavailable, Jewish guys my mom would approve of. Oh shit, there's no one left. So I moved to Traverse City, and I've been dipping my toe in a new dating pool, if you will, doing a little window shopping, if you follow me. And ladies, I am discouraged, to say the least. It feels like my options are basic bros, tattoo sleeves, unkept beards, ew, and meth labs. And dudes with pictures of really giant fish. Yeah, what's the fish about? Can someone explain that phenomenon to me? Okay, I guess not. But anyway, I think men should come with inspection reports, just like a house. I bought a house last year, and I already knew that the house had a shitty roof. That didn't stop me from buying it. Yeah, men are the same way. I should just know up front, like, this one has a criminal record. This one is so useless, he burns grilled cheese. This one goes to AA twice a week. This one will not eat pussy. Now listen, I'm a lady, okay? So I cannot tell you which of these would be a non-starter for me. I'll just say that if I had to drop someone off at AA on my way to open mic night every week, I could probably make that work. Let's see. If men have inspection reports, we should make women have them too. And I thought that we could do mine. Oh man, I missed the beginning of this joke. You know what? We'll save my inspection report for another day. I'm going to bring up your next comic. She's hilarious. She's awesome. And she's coming to us from Interlaken, right? Woot! All right. Everybody, put your hands together for Sonya Baker. And you're going to grab that mic.
Thank you, Jody. So I am not a millennial. I am absolutely Gen X. I had a Rachel cut and used Aquanet and had a Marky Mark picture that I tore out of Teen Beat magazine in my Lisa Frank Trapper Keeper. So I think that all qualifies me as Gen X, right? But I read something the other day that put that cutoff for the millennials just a little bit too far back for my comfort level. And if I'm a millennial, this just changes everything, right? Do I need to start like complaining more or being more entitled? Do I need to move home with my parents? And if I do I have to take my kids with me? So, like all of you, I assume I live on Zoom now, just every day on Zoom. And I've realized quite quickly that it became show and tell for adults. everybody wants to show their pet. Like you'll be having this actually work conversation with an agenda that you've shared with everybody, and someone's like, "I hear your puppy. Show me the puppy." And so everybody's like picking up the dogs for the camera. But it devolved really quickly, right? We all started this trying to be very professional. Next thing, we're all in our sweats and PJs. Fine. But I don't know when the line is going to get drawn, because I've seen people without their shirts on. There was a guy that got up and had on just his boxer shorts. But the worst was the guy that was eating his cereal during the meeting at a conference online, eating cereal. I don't know if there is a line. I assume that, like with everything else, it might be breastfeeding, because people lose their minds over that one. But it's a strange thing. And then everybody has the virtual backgrounds. I kind of like the virtual backgrounds. Everybody, like, they're in front of, like, the beach or someplace that they'd really like to be. I think I need one of my house being really clean. I also want to see somebody go completely the opposite direction and have, like, a strip club behind them. So, our phones are watching us. You know this, right? So, do you still take your phone to the bathroom with you? Heck yeah. I mean, are you going to start getting ads now for toilet paper and for laxatives? And if you're there for too long, does your phone say, "Hey, here's like a suggestion for a Kindle book. Let's just pull it up. I need something to read here for a while"? Oh, no. But Facebook is way too accurate with the ads, though. I don't know how they have me pinned so well. How do they know that I want a bra that feels like sweatpants for my boobs? Oh, goodness. So, something else about me is I'm a reluctant hippie. I grew up decidedly anti-hippie. But then it kind of crept in, and I'll tell you how they get you. It's yoga. I walked into my first yoga class, and then the next thing you know, I've got diffusers all around my house, and my chakras are aligned, and I'm cooking with with coconut oil. I live in fear that one day I'm going to wake up and look in my closet, and all my skinny jeans will have been replaced by broomstick skirts. And my deodorant will be gone and have been replaced by a crystal you're supposed to rub on your armpits. That's a real thing, everybody. So thank you guys tonight. We have a great lineup tonight. I've got to give this back to Jody. Have a great time.
All right. Thank you, Miss Sonya. Your next comic coming to the stage, he's the co-creator of Kamikaze Comedy. Y'all put your hands together for Ben Max. Woo! Grab that one.
It's fine. You can continue. Thank you. Fantastic. Okay, well, this is a little strange. It's been a while. So let's see. I wasn't real sure I knew what I was doing before. So we'll see what. Good? Okay. And then I told them, that's not even my kangaroo. And then I said, you should have seen the water bed. Got off Facebook recently, and I've been dying to tell somebody. So I have to say no. Been a weird year, like I said, but been spending a lot of time at home. Obviously, I haven't been out really much like everybody in the last year, and you learn a lot about yourself spending that much time at home. Like I learned, for instance, myself, like apparently I'm married. I was gone a lot for comedy for a while, and What do you mean you live here? You know, I don't. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're not going to watch this. She's not here, and we're not going to watch this. So, no, just joking. Oh, been fun. Got a 2-year-old I've got 2 granddaughters now, actually. I have a 2-year-old granddaughter and a 3-month-old granddaughter, and they're just wonderful. And that's the most sincere thing I've ever said up here, I think. By far, a lot. But my 2-year-old granddaughter, she likes to slap me in the face, and she thinks it's hilarious. And the problem is that so do I. That's funny. It's funny. It's not all bad. The good things still happen from time to time, day to day. You ever have an old guy call you big man? Can you get that for me, big man? What's it? Yes, I can. About time somebody started paying attention around here. You got it, bud. This is fun. I'm a lot less prepared tonight than I usually am. Trying to I thought about coming up here just winging it, like Scotty Bruce, who's not here tonight, but some of you may know Scotty. Real good, on the fly like that. And I thought about doing that. And I thought I don't even have a Matthew McConaughey impression. And I can't help but feel like it would be a lot cooler if I did. And now I retire from I'm starting to listen to John Denver non-ironically now. There's one thing that's happened to my life recently. Pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know. Did I have? No. I heard the other day, I read that they were going to remake the Wizard of Oz film. And I thought, before they did that, I'd like to make some casting recommendations for the Wizard of Oz film, because I feel like the lineup that we have tonight checks all the boxes. Right? You have Sonya Baker as Dorothy, obviously. You get the sweet innocence of Dorothy in the movies, and you also get a Dorothy that may call someone the C word if it's called upon. I can't say it. You know what I can't. Matt called his teacher at once. Well, he called her a can't, but we know what he meant. Then I think Jeremy West is the Scarecrow. I think, obviously, that seems like but I feel like he'd be good. Like, you want help down from that pole? No, I'm good. He'd be cool with the situation, because I think Jeremy West understands that this is America, and not having a brain is largely rewarded. I think the Tin Man would be Matthew Zarilli, obviously, because waking up in the woods with a funnel on your head and makeup on is Matt in his 20s, if I'm understanding things properly. Am I close? Yeah, that's what I thought. I would be the Cowardly Lion, I think, because I wouldn't need a fursuit. I wouldn't need to wear a fursuit. Quite the opposite. Wouldn't need to wear... Would be like the Cowardly Lion, kind of like from the movie, but more like Burt Reynolds from Boogie Nights. Probably more into that realm. And I think Jody Cohen would make the perfect Glenda. Even better, because I don't remember Glenda from the movie making anybody holla. And then we get to the wizard. And that's going to be, obviously, I think, Joshua Paul. And he'll still be very generous. I think he may even be more generous than the wizard from the film. You get whatever you want. You can get a brain, you can get a heart, you can get courage, whatever you want. You just have to earn 10,000 points on your player's card first. And you can have any one of those things. I love you guys. On a serious note, this means a lot to us to be able to do this, and we appreciate you guys coming out and hopefully enjoying it. And yeah, thank you. Good night. Or good. Enjoy the rest of the show. Give it up to Jody Cohen. I forgot how to do this. Jody Cohen, everyone.
I'm gonna take that one too. Yeah, that was clean. Woo! Thank you, Ben Max. Introducing the wizard of the Traverse City comedy scene. Put your hands together for Josh Paul. No, take this. Take that. No, take that one. Take that one.
How we doing, everybody? So, apparently I'm control of the Players Club here. First of all, I want to thank you guys for risking your entire lives for coming out tonight. It's been a weird year. We all understand that. But the earth is healing. They're giving free samples back at Costco again. We're back, baby. You guys remember? Like a year ago? It was just less than a year ago. It was March when the world was ending. Shit was crazy. Everybody was scared. We didn't know what was going on. I remember I would go to the store with gloves on, wash off my phone, wash off everything I touched. Somebody would leave some postage or anything, drop a box off at the front door. My girlfriend would go to grab it. I'd be like, "What are you doing?" She'd be like, "I'm going to go grab the package." And I said, "We're not opening that door for 3 days. Gotta let that virus die." Things were weird, weren't they? Not anymore, though. I thought I was going to die. Stuck at home. I was unemployed for 4 months, doing nothing. You know what I did? I watched marble racing. I watched hours and hours of marble racing, and it was the shit. I loved it. You guys know what marble racing is? If you don't know what marble racing, I don't know how the fuck you got out of bed today, because it's the best thing in the world. It's probably because I was stoned off my ass, but man, those marbles were rolling. But I like it now. It's different. Everybody feels a little bit more relaxed. We understand this virus a little bit more, you know. I feel like I can safely leave my front door without running from people. I feel like, you know, I'd lick anybody's butthole for $25 now. We're back to pre-pandemic prices here. The earth is healing. I learned a lot about myself, though. Staying at home, not leaving the house. I learned one thing. It's apparently you don't have to change your underwear as nearly as often as what people tell you. You don't. Life's a lot easier. You know how much time I saved every day? You know how much shit we could be accomplishing saving that time changing our underwear every day? It was great. I went 3 months. It was fucking perfect. The coolest thing, though, is when you take it off, is just stand straight up still, so you can just step right into them afterwards. It's good. Try it out. Women don't do that. I heard you guys like it eats a hole in 3 days, something like that. I don't know. Something I read online. I can't do my old stuff anymore. I tried to create a set list with my old material, and I realized that it's like the world is just completely different now. And a lot of my old jokes, they just weren't, I guess, PC. They weren't, you know, with the cancel culture coming, I can't really tell a lot of the jokes I used to. Like, I should have stopped doing them even before the pandemic. Like, nobody told me you can't say the word retard. You couldn't before, but you still can't. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I got canceled in Charlevoix. I went to Charlevoix one time, and this is why I'm never nervous on stage, because I know no matter what, I will never bomb as hard as I did in Charlevoix. Now, let me tell you the story about how that happened. I had this old joke that I did, and it was about board games. It was a great joke. I'll just do the joke, okay? I say, I got a problem with the board game of life, guys. I got a big problem with it. It doesn't tell these kids the true struggles of life, okay? One of the biggest problems, you have a kid, what do? You put it in the back of your car, keep going. Board game of life. That's not how it is. Real life, you got to put that piece of car that you got to put that on a totally different board, because the one you're on right now still has hopes and dreams on it, okay? Another thing, you only have 2 starting positions: go to school, go to work. It's not how real life is. Real life, there's so many different options. You know, you could join a band, join the military, be retarded, all these different things. And if you're the last one, you guys, there's a different spinner for you. It only goes up to 6. You're gonna be a little slower than everybody else. You're laughing now, but Charlevoix wasn't. Because after I got off stage, I learned that the Special Needs Club was front row. And everybody else knew it but me. And right when I said that joke, the entire audience died. If I was in Gaylord, they'd be fucking cracking up. Okay? It's a different breed over there. Further away you get from the water, the more retard jokes you can go. It's like water down, retard up. It's inverse relationship. So I don't do that joke anymore. Except for tonight, of course. I don't know, maybe this is just a bit now. I don't know, shit. I just won't say it in Charlevoix from now on. How about that? You know what's fucked up is I'm from there. So I was all excited, you know. They still fucking hate me. All right, on to the next one. Let's talk about my family. My family. I got a weird family, guys. I got a Native American mother, okay? And she's as native as they come. She lives on a reservation. She works for the tribe, drinks a lot. Got a white dad. He's as white as they come. He lives on a farm, wears jean shorts, drinks a lot. And it's weird. No, they're not together. They kept it traditional. They broke up as soon as I was born. Guess who caused it? You know what I mean? My mom, she swears I was planned. She swears to me that I was planned. I'm like, yeah, you were 19 years old. You worked at a next door food store. You lived in a duplex with a wood stove. And you thought to yourself, hey, I think I need another mouth to feed. No, I wasn't planned. My dad, he does wear jean shorts, but he doesn't like buy jean shorts. It's just like one day it got hot. That's him. My dad, he lives on a farm. It's 40 acres out there, and he always used to tell me, he's like, one day this farm will be yours. I was like, cool. Until I saw on Facebook Marketplace, he had the fucking place up for sale. And I was like, hey, Dad, what's going on? He's like, oh, you weren't supposed to see that. And I was like, look at that. It's 2020. And the white man's still trying to take the Indians' land. It's true. It's all right. That fucking farm is mine on both sides of my family. That's one thing that white people say that like natives just can't say. They're like, hey, that farm's been in my family for 8 generations. Like, you never see a native say that. They stopped counting after 100 or some shit like that. You can't relate? Ran out of room. So I got vaccinated, guys. Yep. That's why I'm here. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. It's weird though. I got vaccinated. I'm not an essential worker. That's the thing. So when I tell people that, I'm like, I got vaccinated, and they're like, you don't look 65. And I was like, I'm moisturized. And I got it through the tribe. Okay, they allocated a certain amount to the tribe, and they gave it out to, they did the elders first, and they did me. And it's just, it's just one of those privileges. And I know there's a lot of people out there that just don't want to get the vaccine because they're just nervous about getting it because they don't know the side effects and everything. And like for me, I'm like, fuck, they give it to enough white people. It's got to be good. Like, seriously, look at it. The only thing that threw me off a little bit is they gave me a complimentary blanket after I got the shot. I was like, hey, what the fuck's with this? No, but I got vaccinated early. It's just one of the many privileges of being in the tribe. There's actually a lot of privileges of being in the tribe. Like, I could do Native American jokes. All my comic friends, they hate me for it. They think I'm cheating, because the world opens up to you when you can joke about more than potato chips and high credit scores. You know what I mean? That's how it is. There's a lot of privilege. And you know what? I'm double dipping privilege too, because I'm in a Native American tribe and I look this white. You know what I mean? So like I get profit sharing from the local casino, and I get that second callback for that interview. You know what I mean? It's great. I'm double dipping privilege, guys. I get hunting and fishing rights that a lot of you guys don't get, And I don't get shot by the police. Like, it's fucking great. I'm double dipping privilege. Yeah. I get free public college. Yeah. I get free public college. All my cousins do too. But none of them fucking use it. Seriously. It's kind of like that saying, like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You know what I mean? Or no, that's not the saying. It's you can give a native college, but they're just gonna drink. That's how it goes. So I went to my favorite Chinese restaurant for takeout the other day, and it changed a lot. Have you guys ever gone to Fuhua? You guys ever gone to Fuhua? So it's just a small takeout Chinese restaurant down the road. And I went there, and it's all caged up now. You can only open a door and grab your food and close it. So, it's like got one of those fucking bubble boy type things, which I'm glad. Because I used to get scared as fuck by the old lady behind the counter. I used to go there, and there was always this real old lady behind the counter, and she'd yell at me, and I'd never be able to understand her. And I'd go in, and it's weird because I always felt like I was pissing her off because every time I'd order. Do you guys ever do this? Like, ever feel like slightly racist when you're ordering Chinese food? Like, you'll look at the menu, and you'll go, can I get the beef and Chinese vegetable? Like, you ever do that? Why do I do that? I don't know. It just comes out that way. Like, I imagine if I, like, tried it, like, a different way, if I went in there and I was like, hi, can I get the beef and Chinese vegetables? With my luck, she'd be like, what? I'd be like, I'm sorry, beef and Chinese vegetable? And she's like, oh, why'd you say so? With my luck, that's how it would go. This lady scared the hell out of me, though, because she just yells. She types in all angry, and then she yells my order as soon as I order to the cooks. But the cooks are right there. They can hear me. She doesn't need to yell my order. I go, beef and Chinese vegetable? And then she goes, how'd you put that? And I start cooking faster. She scares everybody. But one day, I try to say the least amount I can to her. But one day I was like, all right, I really don't like pea pods. I'm going to try this out. So I came in there. I was like, can I get beef and Chinese vegetable? No pea pods? She's like, I do want that! She's like, she understands me. She gets it. But then I got my order and there was extra fucking pea pods in my beef and Chinese vegetables. And I was like, all right, I'll just pick them out from now on. I'm not going to say anything. But from then on, every time I walked in the door and ordered that, she would give me extra fucking pea pods. I didn't even have to say anything. She's like, she knew me as like pea pod guy. She always say something when I walked in the door. She'd say something I couldn't understand her. She'd be like, oh, yeah. I could only imagine. She's like, oh, here comes the pea pod pussy. Oh, here we come. Yeah, what you want? Pea pod pussy. I want to like get like a Rosetta Stone and like learn Mandarin or something and go in there and I'll start, she'll be like, oh, pea pod pussy. I'll be like, hey, I know pea pod pussy. She'd be like, oh, look at you. Well, we're learning together. I do it for you. With my luck, though, I'd go in there and she was speaking Korean the whole time. I don't know. I'm actually half certain there's no Asian languages. They just make noises until white people go away. Bye. Is he gone? How you doing, Tom? All right, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you very much. I'm Joshua Paul.
All right. I'm scared to go to that Chinese place now. Your next, why did I do that? Your next comic coming to the stage, the other co-creator of Kamikaze Comedy, and the co-host of USS Open Mic, thank you, Matt Zarilli.
Oh my goodness gracious. Hello, how are you guys doing? I don't know. There's extra microphones. This is already weird. It's going great. It's fine. This is crazy. This is the most people I've been around in like a year. Like, right? This guy never been to an orgy, but I get it. You know, like, kind of, it's like one step below. Like, 10 more seconds of eye contact, and I'm gonna be ready for a sandwich and a nap. Like, I feel like, whew, this is crazy. Exciting. Relearning things. We're talking about relearning our material. I'm super excited to be here, mostly because I forgot how to drive. I'm glad I made it. I was never really a great driver before the pandemic. I don't pay a lot of attention these days. Like, I text and drive. Does anybody else text and drive? Yep. It's horrible. Like, and it's very unsafe. And I don't know why I can't quit doing it. It's like I quit smoking before, and texting and driving is just like smoking. I only do it when I drink. Okay, some of these are jokes, guys. Cool, we're in it. We're getting there. We're rolling. No, man. Pandemic's weird. I got to relearn new stuff. A lot of stuff I got to relearn. Spent a large portion of today on pants. You got to learn another. I don't know if you guys can relate to this or not. I've been home a lot. I got to learn how to fart in public again. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows that. Like, everybody knows the crop dust, but I used to have moves. I was doing the pick and roll, the Phantom, the Ernest Borgnine. I had moves. Is my point. Are you guys familiar? Okay, cool. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Trying out new things during the pandemic. I tried out Chatterbait the other day. Well, I thought it was Chatterbait. My wife just left her work Zoom up. I have to talk to HR on Monday, but trying new things. No, I'm saving money, though. Anybody saving money during the pandemic? That's the best part, which is good. It's really going to come in handy for this post-pandemic divorce. No, that's not true. It's going great. We're doing okay. My wife's very supportive. She's very supportive of comedy. Right before I left tonight, she said, "Go get the fuck out of here," which I thought was good. We've been married. Married people? Are there married people? You guys are we married for how long? You guys been married?
Just over a year.
Just over a year. Oh, look at you and all your joy. Now I've been married for 11 years now, which I never thought I would be the kind to give advice. But I've learned some things. 11 years. 11 years ago, I was not aware that marriage took so much monogamy. Like all of it. Like 100%. Like 96%. No, it's got to be an A+. So it's an important lesson. My wife hates that joke, but she's not here. So no, it's true. Like I make that joke, and she's like, I don't like how you make that joke because it's not accurate. She was telling me the other day, she's like, animals are monogamous, ducks are monogamous, penguins are monogamous, swans are monogamous. I said, that's my point. Monogamy's for the fucking birds. Okay, you guys are cool. All right, good. We're in it. Don't show my wife these tapes. No, she's great. My wife, she keeps it spicy. One of the nice things, she keeps it spicy in the bedroom, which is great. You have to. You've got to. She read 50 Shades of Grey. Over the pandemic, and now she likes it in the bedroom when we're getting spicy. She likes rough stuff. She likes it when I hit her over the head in the bedroom, just hard enough so she forgets who I am. Yeah. Works out great. Getting older. I'm in my 40s now. Sure. I don't know, like, woo. That's how I feel most mornings. No, it's true. It's weird. I don't have kids. We don't have kids, which is you're welcome. I don't think we need, mostly just because I don't think we need more mediocre white kids. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to make a fucking rocket scientist until I do comedy. But isn't that, like now, like, and all my friends have kids and they're so excited to show you pictures all the time. Like, there's enough kids. Like, they'll show me pictures of their kids and now my move is just I show them a picture of a Starbucks. Like, here. Yeah, no, I know there's one across the street, but this is my favorite one. Isn't it pretty? I'm sure all your kids are cool, though. No, it is. Like, I think one of the things that I get a kick out of is my friends, like, everybody who doesn't have kids, they're like, we know it's been hard for kids during the pandemic. We know it's been hard for you. We'll babysit your kids or putting posts on social media. So I would like to offer everybody here, as somebody who doesn't have kids, if you need help with your kids, I'd be happy to put them on my tax return. Yes? You know what I mean? Like, I figure my firstborn owes me about $50,000 in deductions. That's my point. Call me traditional, but I believe the debt begins at conception. That's how I feel. I'm fucking conservative. That's how it works. So I've been working out during the pandemic. We were talking about that earlier. I read an article that if you work out, it reverses the signs of aging. I'm getting up there in age. I'm like, I'm going to give that a shot. And I got to tell you guys, I've been working out for about a year now, and it's really working. I've got a toddler's dick. I mean, it's not. That was an exaggeration for the joke. It's more like pre-adult, like a tween, like kind of like bowl cut Bieber age. My dick is, but it's got an old soul though. It's like that freshman in college that reads Hemingway and smokes a pipe. My penis. That's how it. It's got a youthful glow. I don't know if that has anything to do with the working out. It's just a toddler's dick. All right, so. You guys are there with that one. I'm very excited about that joke. I've been waiting to tell that one all day. No, I am excited. One of the things that's getting us through the pandemic, which I'm loving, is we go camping a lot. Like, that's a big thing. We go up to the UP. Anybody love the UP like I do? Yeah, I grew up in the UP. I love it. It's a magical place across the bridge. It's like Narnia with racism. You know what I mean? Like, the UP is fantastic. The big difference between the UP and Narnia is they don't, like, nobody comes out of the closet in the UP. Like, there's a key difference. No, I love it, man. I love it up there. It's my favorite. The best part about they've been socially distancing since 1863 in the UP. Like, they don't want to fucking talk to you up there. Like, that's the best part, because when you cross the bridge, they got the stores that have all the things that they sell on the sign for the store. Like I forgot about that. Like, I took it for granted because I grew up there, and I brought my wife there for the first time. She'd never been there, and she crossed the bridge and she looked at that first sign. She said, "What's ice cream, smoked fish, beef, jerky, fudge pasties? What's that?" I like all those things. Should we try that? Lotto, Wi-Fi, firewood, cigarettes, liquor? I don't know. And if you don't need it, keep fucking driving. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is what we got. They got a restaurant up in the UP. One of my favorite things. It has a sign. It doesn't have hours. It doesn't have anything. It just says eat. Like, I don't know if that's the smartest thing or the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But that's what they want you to do. Like, that's if you need to do that, this is where you can do that. You start doing that with all other businesses. Start calling gas stations pee. And hotels fuck. I don't know about you guys. I check into fuck. Got to be out by 11. That's... I've always, growing up in the UP, I've always been fascinated with naming business. I always got a kick out of naming business. I'm going to run a few business names by you guys tonight. I think it would be funny. I think this would be hilarious. Start a business. It's a gym just for philosophers. And call it the Y. No, they get worse. So, what? How great would it be to have an 80s themed protein bar and call it Whey? Right? I think the political thing is big right now. I think we can get in on that. I want to start a tire shop just for libertarians and call it Please Tread on Me. All right, that's all of those. I like those are for me. Oh, man. That's the other thing about the UP. My wife loves shopping. She's a bargain shopper. Some of you ladies may relate to this. She loves to find a deal. So much so, and I've seen other people do this too. Well, I'll point something out. I'll be like, "Oh, those are great shoes," and she'll hit me with place and price. Does anybody do it? Target, $12, right? Because she gets the deal, right? I'm like, "Oh, great." TJ Maxx, $5. I'm like, I don't have anything in my life that I feel that passionately about. But I was Zooming my therapist the other day, and he said, "Matt, you seem really depressed." I said, "Catholic school, 12 years." I think I get it now. That's true. I was raised. Any other Catholics in here? No, yeah, Katie. I see Katie over there. Catholic. She gets it. You get it. We're all over the place. You think there'd be more of us? It's like a pro-life, no contraception. You think the model would have worked out better? No, it's true. It's weird. I'm still working through a lot of the stuff from when I was a young cat. It's a tough thing to do to a kid. You know what I mean? Like, I remember being tucked into bed. I was like, I was young. Like, earliest memories, my grandma was tucking me into bed, like this Roman Catholic Italian grandma that was like just a guilt ninja tucking me into bed. And you say the prayer. You remember it? Yep. Now I lay me down to sleep. Yeah. if I should die, hey, I'm fucking 5, Grandma. Like, I'm working on Legos. Can we hold off on the death, the existential dread for a couple years? I'd appreciate it. And you don't get to pick. You don't get to pick whether you're Catholic or not when you're a kid. The priest just dips you in the thing and you're a Catholic. That's how fucking, here's your stupid baby back. He's Catholic now. Catholic priest, as we're learning, not great with consent. That's it, though. They dip you like innocent baby, everything's your fault. Boom. That's how it works. That move right there. A lifetime of existential dread. That's it. Boom, like that. Catholic priests have 2 big moves. They have this move right here. They have this move right here. I know. That's a rough joke. Consider moving that joke to another parish and never talking about it again, you guys. You guys are cool. You guys watch Spotlight too, cool. Oh, I don't know, man. It's weird. I feel bad for this generation of Catholic kids. They're going to be told that COVID was caused by them jerking off. You know what I mean? Because that's probably, this is your fault. It is. It's like you have to go through. That's one of the other traditions is reconciliation. Like when you're like 13, you got to go talk to a priest and confess your sins at 13. That's what you got to talk about. Like, I don't know. Like, what do you want to talk about, Father? My biggest problem at 13 is I only got 2 hands. Like, that's fucking, I'm getting the reps in. That's my point. That's a joke about masturbation. I practice self-love with my self-love, you guys. That's what I'm trying to do here. Let's talk about it. All right. The other thing I really like to to talk about being a Catholic kid is the other big milestone that I just accomplished was alcoholism. You know, I'm not saying that you have to be Catholic to be an alcoholic, but it fucking helps. Like they train you from an early age. Like you're 5 years old, you're looking at everybody, like all your coaches and your parents are all looking up that guy up there in his fancy frock holding up his gold pimp cup full of wine, you know? This is the greatest thing you'll ever have in your life. You should probably try it. I'm not going to argue with Jesus, you know? Turns out he was right. It was pretty fucking great. What they don't tell you, fast forward 15 years when you get pulled over on the side of the road, the officer doesn't care that you're drinking out of the gold chalice in the car. He doesn't care. Doesn't care. But this is the blood of Christ, officer. Yeah, we're going to need you to step out of the car, please. It's not... On the way you're not going to jail tonight, son, is you can tiptoe across that pond over there. So, and it didn't work either time, guys. So, yeah. Yeah, you guys did the math. I love that joke. I'm glad you guys liked it. It cost me $12,000. So, gotta keep telling that one for a while. No, man, I love it. Look, give it up for Studio Anatomy for doing this, man. This is the coolest thing. It is crazy to be up here like this and doing this. It's just like, these venues are all operating at 25%, which means that all comedians are operating at like 20% will to live. So that's where, it's like the no pressure or anything, but it's pretty exciting. It's great to be up here. It's great to be doing this, getting the reps back out there. It's great that you guys came out. And I never thought, I'm going to get out of here after this one, but I want to just let you guys know that I never thought as a young Catholic boy that I'd be able to do this. Because I had really bad dyslexia when I was a kid. Does anybody have that issue? Like, I used to mix up my U's and my A's all the time when I was a kid, so I had trouble with words, so I never thought I would be able to do stand-up comedy, but a nun cured me of it. She did. One day, I was talking to her, and I was getting my thing, and she said, "Little Matthew, if you don't get your A's and your U's straight, I'm going to take your bike away." And I said, "No, you can't." My name's Matt Zarilli, everybody. Thanks so much for coming out. Thanks for supporting comedy. It's great to be back. Give it up for Jody Cohen, your host.
You now have COVID.
You know what? Nothing's gonna happen to me until my student loans are paid. So I can ride a bike. I can ride a motorcycle without a helmet. I can use this microphone after Matt Zarilli. I will live. Okay, so your next comic coming to the stage, and we're going to leave him to gamble with his chances. Thank you. All right. Your next comic coming to the stage is the other co-host of the USS Comedy Open Mic at Union Street. And he's a really sweet guy. I think he's really funny. Y'all put your hands together for our headliner tonight, Jeremy West, everybody.
see. Oh, least awkward intro ever. That there is my beard tarp. That's a thing that exists, and I find it kind of necessary because I look like this. Is it a choice? Absolutely. Would I go back? You guys know what it's like to not have a chin? Yeah, I forgot too. We're not going back. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm getting a little bit just kind of overwhelmed because I've said this time and time again, but this is my favorite stage to do comedy on. And to be back on it in a somewhat free way is... I'm not going to cry, but my dick did a little. Is it TMI? Don't remember what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh, yeah. I started fucking around with this stuff called Delta 8 THC. Is anybody familiar? Nobody, huh? You're going to get educated tonight. Delta 8 THC might sound familiar because Delta 9 THC is what most of us get fucked up on, right? Really? Hard no? You guys? Traverse City, Michigan, middle of winter, nobody smokes weed? All right, it's going to be like that. Circle back. Anyway, I've been fucking around with this Delta 8 THC, and I got to tell you guys, it's good stuff, but it's got me a little bit confused about our motivations as humans, okay? Because Delta 9 THC, which we've been getting high on for decades, also has that paranoia element. Delta 8 does not. Like, you just get high and you feel good, and there's no like, oh, are the cops going to kick down my door? Why do we have to go to 9? We could have stopped at 8. That's just how we are as people, right? Like, last year's cars made 700 horsepower. This year's cars make 900 horsepower. It just doesn't end. We just got to top every year, right? This did not go as I planned it to. All right. Pivot. Takes me a minute to pivot these days. My wife, last time my nephews were in town, offered to take them out on a hike and show them some awesome views, which, as you all know, we have around here. And they said, no, that sounds boring. And at first I got a little bummed out, but then I put myself in their shoes, and when I was 8 or 10 years old, I'm like, fucking miss me with a view, you know? I got an Xbox, a trampoline, and a mountain bike. You got nothing to offer me. Because then I realized, like, to appreciate things like a view, like, you got to have, like, at least a solid 18 years of life beating you down, right? Punching a clock every day for 18 years, and then you get a free Saturday, and you go stand in the woods, and you're like, look at these goddamn trees. I've never taken the time to just appreciate, like, the pattern in the bark and the structure and the different colored leaves. Oh my fucking God, trees are the raddest. And then if you're me, you start thinking about how fucked up it is how we treat trees as humans, right? Because what do trees do for us? They give us the air we breathe and the structures we live in. And what do we do in return? Chop them down and live inside of their stacked up dead bodies. I think it's rude. I do, because I look at it from the tree's perspective, you know? You ever think what a tree thinks when it's in the middle of the woods and somebody builds a log cabin next to it? That's got to be kind of fucked up, right? Like, that tree's like, oh, there's my immediate family. Didn't need that. It's like if there was an opposite world and trees ruled the planet and they lived in houses made of stacked up dead people and they built them in the middle of a mall. That's what trees deal with all the time. Landed a rover on Mars again. Anybody excited about that? Yeah. Fucking me neither. cut me that stimmy check and then we could talk about being excited about Mars. You know what I'm saying? Could give a fuck about the red planet till my bank account's in the black. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's fucked up that we didn't even finish exploring this planet until we just jetted off into space. Don't you guys think that's weird? We know more about the outer reaches of space than the bottom of our own ocean. So basically, we're out fucking around with other people's neighborhoods before we got ours figured out, and that's just so America. You ever wonder why that is? I have a theory. Technically, it's a hypothesis, but for the joke, we're going to call it a theory. I think Area 51 is a distraction, right? Like it's a sexy name. That's where they want us to think they're hiding all the shit. Nah, they're hiding it all under the ocean at Area 69. Why Area 69? Because you got to go down to get there. That's a cheap joke. But I tell you what, it might work. Right? Because I think that's the kind of place they might make you blow a dude before they let you go there. Because once you get down there and see what kind of secrets they're hiding, you'll be like, holy shit, I'm going to tell everybody about this. And they're like, well, we have a picture of you with cum in your mustache. Think about it. I don't know, you guys. I'm just trying to hit the greatest hits tonight. See if I remember how this one goes. I've never been a slang term. Also true. What I meant to say was I've never been a fan of our slang terms for vaginas. Collectively. Like, I never even got comfortable with the way the word pussy feels when it comes out of my mouth. There's more joke there, but nah. I think I heard the worst one for me, though, was cooch. Yeah, I know. Every time I say that word, I hear the crowd pull back, and I'm like, guys, I'm on your side. Hear me out, right? Like, cooch doesn't sound like something somebody wants to be close to, does it? It sounds like something you might go hunt in a swamp. Every time I hear that word, I get the same picture in my head, right? It's like a dude in a rusted out forest green F-150 with like bandana print seats with holes in them. And he's like, yo, Cletus, get the shotguns. We're going cooch hunting. And he's got like the 3 strands of hair over his head that match the 3 teeth in his mouth. That's what I hear when I hear the word cooch. But I think it might get worse than that. I'm sometimes not sure dudes even understand what periods are about. It's been a long time since I've done this joke. Did I mention that? But I heard a guy say this one time. He was like, I don't get what the big deal about a period is. If I could bleed out my dick hole, that would be awesome. Do go on. He's like, think about it, man. You could write your name on the cement and the snow. Now, me being a man of science, I have to get Cletus here a little anatomy lesson. And I'm like, do you realize as embryos, we all start out as female? That's a true thing that happens. So misogynist, on some level, you hate yourselves, deal with it. But depending on which chromosomes go where, the uterus either stays in and becomes a uterus or it migrates out and becomes a penis. And we all know that time of the month is when the uterus likes to shed its inner lining, and that's where all the blood and the gore comes from, right? Yeah, I just saw 2 women get disgusted with their own bodies. I promise you that's not why I'm here. What I'm getting at is, fellas, if we were to have periods, it's not as simple as bleeding out of your dick hole. You're going to have to shed your whole dick skin. And I don't care how much of a man you think you are. And that thing splits open like an old banana. Peels off. I mean, you're going to cry. This is what it is. I'm pretty sure that joke took another turn, but it's been so goddamn long since I've been on stage. What else did I guys want? I just been having this nagging thought lately that since Biden won the election, comedy might be under fire. Or freedom of speech in general might be under fire. So I propose this to you guys. How about we put political correctness asleep for like the next 4 years? 2 of you are on board. I don't think the rest of you are paying attention to the bigger picture. I'm wrong? All right. I thought I'd pitch it, you know? I'm a pitch man, that's what I do. What else? I don't know, man. People ask me if I'm a dog or a cat person. The honest answer is I like them both for different reasons. Like, I appreciate the loyalty of a dog and the ruthlessness of a cat. I learned this the other day. Like, if you're to die in the house with dogs and cats, dogs will at least wait till you start to decompose a little bit before they're like, I think I can eat that. Cats won't even wait till you die. I'm serious, dude. I fell asleep in my living room the other day, and I woke up to my little black cat nibbling on my finger, and I was like, yo! And he was like, oh! Thought this was it. It's crazy what we allow in our own houses, isn't it? Wish I could shit in a box. I really don't. I'm kidding. Be bad news. Jesus. What are we doing, man? This is great. This is amazing. I've been thinking a lot lately about like my friends who've had kids and then just not been friends anymore. You guys get that? They're like, hey, we had kids and you're irresponsible, so you don't exist to us anymore. Oh. Okay. Goes both ways. I don't know, man. Whenever I like some old friends come up to me and like, oh my God, guess what? We're expecting. I start doing. They're like, oh, it's nice to know you. It's good we had this time together. We had some fun stuff, didn't we? I don't know. Put it this way, man. Like if we're friends, you tell me you're pregnant, I just start to see your womb as a tiny little book depository in Texas. And our friendship is JFK riding happily along in a limo. That makes your baby a tiny little Lee Harvey Oswald. Yeah, babies are tiny friendship assassins. That's all I'm trying to say. Man, current political shit's got me all fucked up, you know? I grew up with a super conservative family, as I'm sure a lot of you that grew up around here did. I don't know how I wound up kind of liberal. I'm guessing drugs. Drugs can shift your perspective on anything, right? Like, I met a dude one time, he was like, I'm 100% straight and you can't convince me otherwise. And I was like, I guarantee you have never done MDMA. I don't know if it's good or bad, it just is. But it's weird to pretend like we don't need each other, you know? Like, I used to work with this lady. She's like, I went to the car dealership the other day, or the mechanic, rather. She's like, they had Fox News on in the waiting room, so I left. I was like, you're fucking stupid. I was like, what did you expect? Would you even want a liberal mechanic? Do you think that's a thing that exists? If it did, I bet you wouldn't want it to. Take your car in for something simple like an oil change, and they'd be like, oh, we noticed you had leather seats, so we replaced them with corn. It's better for the environment. Yeah. The dash was plastic, so we switched that out for hemp, okay? And then we noticed you were running fossil fuels, so we put, biodiesel in there. And you're like, this is a gasoline engine. It's not supposed to run biodiesel. Like, it'll be fine. You wouldn't want that. Somebody who knows their shit. Same reason you wouldn't go to a conservative yoga studio. I'm like, all right, now today we're going to show you some poses where you can still hide your concealed carry. Now everybody crack open their Bud Lights and turn on the Toby Keith. We're going to get to stretch. I feel bad that every time I do the conservative voice, I do the southern accent. It's kind of hack, but I'm going to tell you the honest truth. My sister married into the South, so I'm immersed. It's accurate. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes stereotypes exist because they're fucking real. Doesn't it bum you out when you see somebody living up to their stereotype? Like when you're in traffic on the highway and somebody's driving super slow in the fast lane, and you're like, what the fuck? And you drive by and they're Asian, and you're like, God damn it. I'm trying to be fucking progressive over here in the right lane. You guys, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Give it up for everybody you've seen tonight. Jody and Ben and Matt and Josh and Sonya. Did I miss anybody? Who cares? I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. If we could get the cast of The Wizard of Oz back out here real quick. That's the comedians. If we could get the comedians back out here real quick. Hi! Yay! Thank you so much to Studio Anatomy and Brian and Nick for hosting us. And thank you guys so much for coming out. This was really awesome. We have Jeremy and Sonya and Josh and Matt and Ben. And I'm Jody. Thank you so much. This has been awesome. All right. And now we dance off to the music. Yeah, we dance off. Woo.